Welcome, my name's Ida, and I'm going to be doing a general reading for you, asking Spirit the question, how can you connect deeper to your intuition? What things can you do to feel more at home inside of your body and more at home connecting to your intuition? I just asked that question for myself and did a little pull for me, and then I felt inspired to just like do a little pick a card. So I'm going to show you the 3 groups. There's 3 groups. Group 1 is worthiness. Group 2 is creativity. 7 sisters, creativity. And then group 3, surrender. I set, surrender. This card is so interesting and weird to me, honestly. But it definitely, there's a message with that one. But I always thought that's interesting, that one. So yeah, one more time. Group 1, worthiness. Atete, worthiness. Or is it atet? Atet or atete? Group 2, creativity, 7 sisters. A lot of I just heard astrological, like star sign, 7 sisters, stars and the stars kind of. And then I said surrender, group 3. So I'm going to start with group 1, worthiness. Timestamps will be in the description box. And let's get into it. How can you connect deeper to your intuition? So worthiness, group 1. You might want to consider, just firstly what I'm seeing is you might want to consider drinking tea. I'm just seeing all these teacups and this pouring of tea. So there might be like a specific kind, green tea. I have this green light here. Green tea might be good for you. I know green tea is good for the metabolism, getting things moving in the abdomen area. So that's also gonna, you know, affect your actual solar plexus and the chakra below it that I'm blanking on right now. The solar plexus and it's like literally the creativity chakra, but I'm blanking on the name right now. Root, sacral. Okay, so the sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra. So you might want to consider drinking a little green tea or some kind of tea, but I feel like green tea is sticking out right now. Obviously, I'm getting about worthiness, feeling worthy of connecting to this part of yourself, feeling worthy of understanding yourself and like what you actually have to offer. I just picked up something also about CBD in the tea. Maybe you need something that kind of is going to calm your spirits, or you're kind of like very on edge, or your muscles are very tight. But yeah, so back to like actual worthiness of feeling worthy to grow or to explore this internal part of yourself. I'm also getting with that card, pouring of emotions, honestly. Somebody might smoke cigars. For some reason, I'm seeing something with some cigars here, but I'm feeling this energy of like pouring, or like just really heavy rolled blunts. Like thick blunts, but it's kind of giving cigars. I'm kind of picking up something about feeling worthy of like, how much can you give? How much can you really give? How much do you feel like you know when it comes to your intuition or to that kind of like spiritual mystic part of yourself? It feels like there's a part that you feel like, I don't really know what I could tell you, what I could give you. I'm not your mom type energy, you know, like I can't really give advice even. Something also maybe about beautifying your space. Crap. I was meant to set the timer and I didn't. Something about beautifying your space. So like I'm seeing flowers on this card. So you might, something, you know, that's interesting. Some folks, depending, you might have maybe Libra or Taurus, or notice where you have that in your chart. We like things beautified. Like, it's like sometimes you can feel uncomfortable in a space literally because it's just basic as fuck. And then you're wondering why you feel like, I don't like this, or I feel uncomfortable here. It could literally be you just need to decorate. Get some Trader Joe's flowers, or get just something that kind of like uplifts the spirit and beautifies things. Like, you see how she has her earrings on, all her jewelry on, and she's in like a lush environment. And you don't really have to have, you know, loads and loads and loads of like designer style decoration skills in order to like make your space feel comfortable. Blankets, flowers. Little tchotchkes, vases. So look, live out loud in reverse. You just really may not feel comfortable exploring this part of yourself or exploring it openly. How can group one connect deeper to their intuition? How can group one feel more comfortable and more in power connecting to their intuition? Joy. Worthiness. Live out loud in reverse. Joy. Okay, let me pull one more. Secrets revealed in reverse. Okay. I'm kind of picking up an energy. Maybe you're just not the type that likes to be vulnerable, or likes to kind of express yourself in that way. So even though these things may be happening internally, you just might not feel particularly interested at this moment or at all with sharing that part of yourself with other people. That you're more of an action taker, or maybe more of like a Queen of Wands versus Queen of Cups kind of energy. And that's okay. Because I'm kind of seeing it's like you're happy with that part of yourself not really being revealed. Joy, and then secrets revealed in reverse. And so you like to keep it internal. And so am picking up turbulence with that though. I'm picking up kind of some turbulence with it. It may take some patience or something. There's something with the number 14, patience. Could be also that your intuition is telling you something that takes you to another place, kind of. So it's kind of like there's a lot going on, because I'm seeing that with the moon cycles here. Like, you know, like it's kind of like not dragging you through, but there's a lot on your mind. There's a lot of downloads that you're getting and ones that you would rather keep. Anticipation. Get into this. It felt like an arrow pulled back and ready to be launched into something big. So something that you're not talking about. And then nobility and self-esteem in reverse with that. Yeah, so I'm feeling like there's something about not feeling at peace that kind of causes like this issue with your own downloads, because it feels like you are in some way at state when with these realities, with what you're anticipating. Devotion and dreams fulfilled. Victory in reverse. Eternal memories. Graciousness and benevolence. Forget-me-nots. Forget-me-nots. Yeah. Okay, so, I'm really just kind of feeling like there may even be like a disdain for your intuition in general. That's kind of what I'm getting. That you're just not used to being vulnerable like that. Something about a nap, needing a nap. Maybe you have bags under your eyes like me. But I'm picking up, it's like this is not helium, something about helium. You might have like a high-pitched voice, a high-pitched communicating style. Forget-me-nots. Yeah. So to me, like there's also something about needing to see your own worthiness and kind of like the way that you're present, like bringing what you bring to the table needs to be honored in a different way. Because I'm feeling like there is this kind of moral integrity issue, possibly related to some memories, or not wanting victory in a situation, not wanting victory for somebody else. Forget me not, don't forget me. something about a garden trope. So it's like you might be feeling honestly like folks that do what I'm doing right now kind of have this fake idea of like being a gardener or something about a garden, honey. You're like, oh, you know, like these are these garden bitches. I'm really getting that. I'm really getting that. So I'm just picking up a like, you know, and these may be things that you keep inside, or these are the kind of things that obstacles, yeah, obstacles and trust. Trust that you were born a creative and have never stopped being one. So it's going to take patience. Feeling rusty in a certain area or rusty on how you're going to deal with these particular obstacles you're experiencing. Delay, preparation, and nature. So something that has been delayed for you is lucky. Trust that those obstacles are good. Go out in nature as much as you can, for its pure creativity can teach you everything you need to know. I'm also kind of feeling it's like you have a lot, look, success at the bottom. There's something inside of you that needs to be let out. There's something, it's like, I feel like it's making me think of like a very stacked table, like a table that's just covered in a bunch of stuff. And like, that's your heart space. So it's like, there's so much shit on the fucking table. Your mind is racing. There's this, there's that, there's this, there's that. And like, only for you to like get the clarity is to remove all the bullshit and be real about who you are, who you really are. Or like the parts of you that are vulnerable, that it makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes you feel like, who am I if I'm gonna go ahead and be this? Sorry. Because I'm feeling like it's just kind of like, prepare for, it's like spirit is, it's a lot of obstacles. It just feels like it's a lot of obstacles. And it's like, if you're gonna be creating or using that part of your center in some kind of way, like the more honest you are about it, the better it'll be. Rations here, needing to give somebody some rations for something. Rope in the garden. No more worthiness. Feeling a lot of joy and feeling joy in other people's feeling joy in seeing others delayed, laughing at that. So there's a lot of confrontation. And it's like, until you're ready to access the real you and like have a little bit more quiet and clear some of this stuff off the table, that is where the success lies. So like, really being able to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, this is the reality of where I'm at right now. And shit's maybe not looking the prettiest. I've never really tried to be the prettiest or the most poised, right? Like, that's not really my personality, but I may be required to behave differently in order to have my true success. And so it's like, there's a lot of cloudiness here that needs to be cleared out in order for you to really bloom if that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do. But feeling even I'm rusty, this feeling of, oh, I'm rusty is like, you're rusty because it's something you shouldn't be doing in the first place. Like, that's really what I'm getting. You're rusty. You don't need to oil that up. You need to just let that go. That's what I'm getting with that. And it's like, you know, either you will or you will not take this advice. Because it's like, this is what it's giving for me. And it's like, that's fine, you know. Anemone? An anemone. Anemone. I don't know if you've seen Finding Nemo. An anemone. An anemone. So, you know, Helen Keller, blind to somebody else's success, honey. Yeah, suffering. Suffering can, only through experiences of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. So I'm just a messenger. Please don't shoot me. But this is the guidance that I've gotten. So I hope that was helpful for you in some kind of way. And I'm just gonna move on to group 2, all right? Take care. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. That's still for group 1. All right, moving to group 2. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the timer here. Clear that energy out. And we're moving to group 2. Right at 2222, group 2, 7 sisters, creativity. So let me clear this energy out real quick and then we'll get to group 2. Hi, group 2. Just be patient with me for a second while I cleanse this energy out. Creativity, 7 sisters. I heard sis. You may have like a group of friends. I'm just seeing the way these look like, you know, all the girls hanging out together type energy here of like, you know. But then I'm picking up. So let's just see. How can group 2 connect deeper to their intuition, spirit? How can group 2 connect deeper to their intuition? Seven, the number 7. I'm seeing a lot of candles here. Colorful candles. I'm kind of picking up an energy here of kind of like pleasure or a lot of heat with these candles here. If you look, all these candles, so some heat, shade with them holding these umbrellas here. So how can group 2 Peacock. Something about kind of like, this waterfall. So this is the Fearless Love card. Gold, this gold water kind of flowing. I feel like it's like showing your true self, not being afraid to strut your stuff a little bit. With the peacock feathers. And I'm picking up a lot of like mirroring. I was kind of thinking or downloading this before of like, give me a quick second, hold on. I keep forgetting to start the timer. Okay, so, but with both of these, there's this reflection energy. She's holding on very deep to a, it's like there's just a lot of reflecting. She's holding a mirror. She's reflecting the water here. I'm curious about what this is. I just heard djembe, and I don't know why. I didn't see that. I think that's a card in here, the djembe card. Like, yeah, interesting. Okay, so the Worthiness card came out again. So you may want to watch my first reading. There's a feeling of, the shadow side of you. It feels like what you're really connecting to more than the upright part of you. Like, it's kind of like, it's funny, I have the two pictures of my cat, right, when she was a kitten. One where she's looking so sweet and precious, and then one where she's literally like tearing the fuck out of a suitcase. Suitcases may or may not be significant, but it's like, and then something about game, or it's not a game, or I don't know, but it's literally like, if we all have those two sides of ourselves, it feels like you're just kind of leaning into the shadow a lot, and possibly using mirror magic to kind of make things move how you want them to move. And so I'm feeling like you're connected. This is kind of what it's giving to me. You're connected. I'm picking up something about a Sagittarius. You're connected. That's what it's giving. Like, you are connected to this, but then it's like, what are you doing with your intuition? What choices are you making with it? I'm getting energy of comparison here, a lot of comparison, a lot of reflecting. Like, look in all three of these cards. I'm just seeing like a lot of twos, groups of twos, or like two umbrellas, right? Me versus you. Two vases pouring some sort of drink. One side, the other side. Gemini energy. Me in the mirror, reflecting. Me in the water, reflecting. So it's like this energy of like, doing a lot of comparison, a lot of reaching into the reflection to pull out what's going on with somebody else. So you're in, it seems like you're in. I'm getting with the desire here. Desire card at the bottom. So it's like, yeah, using your intuition to pull in what you desire. And that seems like it's something that you already know how to do. But it's like Saturn seems to be like, hey. And that's funny because Saturn has told me before of like, be careful of certain things, doing certain things too much in order to try and like get what you want, you know? Because it's like when you learn this stuff, it's like, you know, there are ways that you can help yourself out, right? But it's like when you use it in the wrong way, it can get a little it can just be too much, or it can cause Saturn to come in and check you, because that's what Saturn's basically here to do, right? So it's like, expect to be checked, because you're connected. You're connected. Like, this doesn't seem like a question of like, how can you get deeper? You're deep. It's like you're so close to the mirror. If you've ever seen that picture of like two faces that are so close together that they're like merging and like you can't even see the faces anymore, it's giving that. Yeah, and I'm picking up, it's like there's an energy of maybe not feeling the happiness, but being very wise, intelligent, mental beauty here. So it's like it's just like you maybe aren't really loving. I'm wondering, and I'm saying not that you're not a loving person, but you're not feeling loving right now. And that may be why you're making certain decisions. This could even be like trying to catch a partner with magic. And something of kind of like standing with your sisters, or kind of like, I'm seeing this of kind of like, you know, we stand together and we block what we don't like, you know, or even coven energy. You might work with other women to do magic, stuff like that. Let's see. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. That's the hibiscus. Maybe some hibiscus. You want to drink some hibiscus tea. Cheerful. It is spring again. The earth is like a child that knows poems by heart. Wondering why, like feeling like, why am I not worthy of the love at first sight situation? Feeling like you're not getting that. And I feel like that's something a lot of us feel, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I don't feel like you're alone in that question. Poems by heart, poems by heart. So I don't know if somebody writes poems, or you know somebody's poems by heart, or something like that. Wow. Yeah, because I'm picking up this kind of energy of not having grace, like feeling like I don't have grace anymore for this situation. Enlightenment is coming out. The sacred lotus. Fearless love, less love, less love. Feeling like it's already, feeling like it's already hard enough to find love. I'm not about to like have less. So When I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. No mud, no lotus. Yeah. So that's interesting. It's kind of feeling like the realities of you win some, you lose some. And being willing to accept that. What else, Spirit? Truth, creativity, worthiness. You might want to wear either, like, maybe considering wrapping your hair in some kind of way, showing your collarbones, and there's something about like this part of your body that is very beautiful. And then also something about like a head, these kind of things on your head, it may make you feel beautiful in some kind of way, you know, like it may, you like that look for you, or kind of putting flowers in the hair, adornment of the hair. And like being willing to kind of pour into other folks' cups. That's what I'm getting with this, of like being open to pouring into other folks' cups. Yeah. Feeling like maybe some accepting that you are worthy, even though somebody may have told you in one way or another that you're not. Like I'm feeling this energy of somebody saying, you know, saying something about you, or like you're not worthy of this, or like that's not what it's gonna be, honey. I'm picking up something of yoni steams, being like possibly wanting to steam with herbs. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend it. It feels great, you feel better, and it also helps you clear out negativity that's been stuck in your sacral and root chakra for a long time. So it is like a healing, cleansing thing. It's nice. It's nice, and it feels good. It feels really good. It feels very cozy and comfortable, and it's just like a nice way to bloom, make you feel kind of feel beautiful, feel in this energy of femininity and stuff. Let me see. Let me pull some of these. So I'm getting also, you know, I think sometimes you can use your intuition in many different ways. So it's like it can be channeled differently, right? Like sometimes you can channel it through art. Sometimes you can channel it through a reading. You can channel it through a song. You can channel it through a dance. Like there's many different ways to do it. Don't feel like you have to compare yourself to somebody else and the way that they do what they do. But then also I'm just kind of picking up an energy of like, and also don't listen to what they have to say though when you're trying something new for yourself. I think that's important. I think that's important because it's like there's going to be folks that really are just I don't know. I'm just picking up, I'm not picking up the best energy surrounding you. So it's kind of like, stop feeling like, you know, it's like if you want to try if you want to try something, try it. If you're going to get some pushback from it, well, and only you. The earth is full of no's. The earth is full of no's. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just picking up also, it's like cruel energy surrounding you that want to tell you no. And it's kind of like, you really don't have to be pressed about no. Because I was kind of getting that when I was shuffling through before, of like, don't worry if like nobody else is pitching to you. Like, just, you know, because I'm really picking this of like needing to shoo poo poo somebody who's just kind of being an asshole. Like, it's like, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Explore how you need to explore. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you've made a mistake, when you've gone in the wrong direction, or when you just, when somebody just wants to push back because they're insecure with themselves. It's like, you know the difference when you're doing something that's kind of like, I shouldn't be doing this, and when it's just that somebody else is a grumpy fuck and needs to smoke some sativa or something. And it's like, that's your business. So it's just kind of like, you know what you need to be doing. Innovation, yes. Being innovative is your nature. So it's like, have fun and experiment, and be okay with experimenting and trusting your nature. Like, have fun with it. And it's always funny, I'm picking up this energy of like, somebody won't get on the bandwagon for you until they're mad that you did something. And like, even it's like when they hear it, when they finally get it, then they'll want to like jock your style and then try and take it like immediately type energy. I don't know, like, it's like, I'm getting that of like, someone's like, I don't like it, but when it makes sense to them finally, for whatever reason, whatever, you know, hits them in the head and makes them get it, then it's like, oh, well, now I want it. You know, and it's like, don't let them make you feel like you can't win, because it's like, they get it. I'm getting that. Somebody already gets it, but they just don't want to like it, and they already want you to stop so that they can do it type energy. It's just so petty. I don't know. It's just petty, petty, petty. Okay, so pure creativity can teach you everything you need to know. So have fun and experiment and invent something that surprises and has never existed before. And I'm getting something about a circus. This to me looks like a circus house, honey. Send in the clowns. Oh, wait, they're here. If you've ever heard that song before, that shit is so, I like that song, I do, but isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Something like that. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear. Send in the clowns. That's what it's giving, yeah. Look, free associate. Allow the first thing that comes into your mind without self-censorship to bestow a vision upon you. Confidence. Go deeper. Yeah. So it seems like you have a very innovative way of being already. And it's like, see that freedom. See that freedom of like literally being able to do that. Let it make you happy again. Something about possibly needing to go into nature in order to do that, either to protect yourself from hacking or just to feel free. You may just be in a position where it's like you really feel like you can't let loose, or it's hard to let loose, and so you may have to go somewhere where, you know, you can have some sort of privacy. Yeah, I don't love the energy surrounding you. I'm so sorry. I just don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it. I really don't love it. Yeah. And I'm getting that it's like this innovation. Somebody wants you to recycle something that's already been done. Or saying that, I don't know. Like it's like, ooh, I don't know. I am all that I need to get what I want. Confirmation. I am all that I need to get what I want. No mud, no lotus. So it's like, learn from the past and apply it to creating your vision of the future. It is spring again. So somebody, I'm even getting, it's like somebody will go low because they like what you do so much. Like someone is so, oh my God. It's like it's like they like what you do, but like they don't want you to know it. They don't want you to know that you do cool shit because they want to be able to like take it for themselves or say they're the first ones that did it type energy. And so I feel like there's this kind of like, yeah, like they don't want you to be first. You don't need to be first. And often when somebody tries to, do something like you, it's never going to be like you. It's like, I think it's so interesting when folks do that. Like they're thinking that they're taking something, but it's like, did you work with me on it? No. So are you doing what I'm doing, or are you doing what you think that I would do coming from a place of your own ego? This is so, I don't know. It's just really like, It's so like intense and just, it's so intense and just like not even working. It's just not even working. They gonna learn. That's what I heard. They're gonna learn. Saying goodbye to the past and recreate. It's like they're gonna fucking learn. This energy is so, ooh. It's just really, it's not good. So joy forever and creativity. I'm getting even like somebody trying to distract you. Like wanting to distract you from creating so that they can speed ahead and do what they think you're gonna do. Like just all kinds of madness and silliness. Yeah. I'm sorry that you're in this kind of in between a rock and a hard place. I really am. Because that's what I'm getting. It's kind of like you're just like, yeah, they want you to go deeper. They want you to go deeper so that they can like emulate. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because it's so like, ew, it's disgusting. Like they want, like somebody wants to like breathe in your entire essence and then like wondering why it's not working out. And it's like, honey, how much information you need? And it's like, don't let these fucking gross sister bitches trying to stand in your way do anything either. If you have a fucking problem, say something, bitch. It's giving that. You have a fucking problem, say some shit. Say some shit to me. Because you standing there with your fucking arms like that trying to scare somebody away from their truth isn't gonna fucking happen. Okay? So let them know in whatever way you need to let them know. you can go ahead and fucking step off and mind your fucking business. Okay. So that's that on that. That's that on that. And I'm going to move on to group 3. Take care, group 2. Hope it resonated. Bye. Okay. Let me clear this energy out. Look at this. I'm seeing this of somebody holding on like mommy energy. Hold on. But like I'm not getting that as an actual child, but like somebody holding on like mommy. Like, why are you holding on to me? Like, can you back off? Like, why are you on to me like mommy? All right, so group 3, you are surrender. I said surrender. So how can group 3 connect deeper to their intuition? Let me start the timer one more time. That's so funny to me, holding on to me like mommy. Like, why? What are they doing? Why are they on you like that? Okay, let me start this. But like pulling on your, like that type of energy, it's like, stop. Hold on. Okay. You might be finding your courage, or like, I don't know. Let me see. Let me hold on. I'm seeing the Eye of Horus here. How can group 3? There's this funny energy here. I don't know why. But it's kind of like in me. It's like, hey. Okay, so how can group 3 surrender here? Maybe it's just like you're not gonna be mommy in any way. So it's like, I'm not gonna walk you through anything, or like I'm not gonna, I don't know. This is interesting. Let me just see. Creativity. So we have surrender, creativity, Mawulisa, and Nanabuluku seasons. Level up, no miracles. Folks are tricky, child. These folks out here are very tricky. Truth. Look. Folks out here are very, very tricky, honey. It's like, here's somebody, so this is giving somebody holding on, trying to like hold on to the key of life type energy. That's just what that was giving to me, holding on to the key of life. That's interesting. The key of life. Songs in the key of life. I'm picking up an energy about androgyny here. Energy of like maybe leaning into your androgyny. Maybe that will make you feel more comfortable and you don't realize that. Like it's like there you feel comfort in kind of playing on both your feminine and masculine side. Something about maybe being confused by aging backwards even in some cases, or trying to, or hoping that you do. Surrendering. I'm wondering if that maybe there's something that you went through creatively, like working with somebody, or there was a creative experience you had that kind of made you second guess yourself in some kind of way. And so you kind of are like trying to find your footing again. Maybe something about an Easter egg hunt, hiding the eggs in the flowers, you know what I mean? Like an Easter egg hunt. You might want to consider covering your head when you connect to your intuition. I've definitely noticed that when I do that, it makes me feel more connected. Like it keeps the negativity out, or like the unnecessary gossip out, and then helps me connect deeper to just like my heart and what's really going on. Using your creativity differently. I don't know. I'm getting it's like pants versus dresses, being worried about that. Cutting your fro short, or like surrendering that. I don't know. Surrendering that even is kind of what I'm getting of like, you don't have to do that, or maybe you've done that before and like you don't really want to do that again. Or then I'm getting something about if someone is you feel like you're communicating to someone in the spiritual realm, it kind of feels like, oh, I don't know, or like, I think it's like, know that you are feminine. If you are a feminine and resonate as one, you are one regardless of like how your body is shaped, or how You wear things. You may just feel a lot of pressure of like, well, you know, today I kind of want to do the pant look. You know what I mean? Today I want to do the long dress, long skirt. And this feeling of like, what is femininity, and having folks kind of like push their own views onto you. And so like, surrender that you need to do that. Surrender that you have to go in any direction. It's like, what do you feel? You know what I'm saying? And kind of being comfortable with the realities of like how things move naturally. Like, it's like things change, the seasons, right? How being okay with the seasons and how they move. Like, it's like one day you may be in this energy, then later that will change over time. These things change. And so also know, I feel like if you feel boyish in some kind of way, for lack of better word, right? Like if you just feel like you're more in your mask energy, it may not always be like that. You may be young, or you just may be, you know, you just may be young. You may be young, and like, that's okay. That's okay. I don't know. It's like you just may be young, or you just may be, I don't know. It's kind of like it's a theme in all of these have kind of been people trying to kind of mold you. And like, that takes away from your own intuition and what's really real for you and what you really need. You know what I'm saying? And I'm picking up an energy of like, there's a lot of women out here, I don't know, like listening to the gals and what the gals think type energy. And it's kind of like, you really don't need to do that. You really don't need to do that. Because I'm picking up, it's like, there are some women that are head first into fashion, hair, body shape, nails, toes, smooth skin, shave, makeup, this, that, like that's who they are. Maybe that has something to do with how they make their money in general, right? Like even just like this is what matters to me. This is how I see femininity. This is how. And like, to me, you don't reflect that in whatever way. And it's just kind of like, as many people as I have seen, androgyny to me is very beautiful. It has always, it just is to me. It just is to me. So I feel like you might feel that way, but then it's like when you have to interact with folks that disagree or think that you don't get to be that way, right? This energy of like, that's not you. Like somebody is, that's not you. Or like, now you need to. It's just a lot. It's a lot. I'm picking up, you know, like waistline. What is my waistline looking like? So it's like kind of surrendering who you are, like meaning letting it go and accepting it exactly as how it is. Like there's no need to anticipate the next cycle before it gets here. There's no need to anticipate that of like, well, you know, I look like this now. This is how people think of me now. Like, what's it going to be when this? You don't have to. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Because it's like, these are the folks that like don't accept you already and are like have their own negativity stuck in their heart right at 433, which literally means it's related to heart. Yeah, like you're not blind. You're not blind to, you're not blind to like how you want to live your life and like how you want to see yourself. I'm getting that. Like you're not blind to that. You're not blind to the dreams that you had prior. And it's like, if they came true in some kind of way, despite the negativity that came with it coming true, don't feel like you now have to conform and go back to something else. Like, it's like, stop thinking that how you look or your masculine energy is stopping you from being a feminine creator. Stop thinking that, like, I'm picking up breasts, like, oh, my breast, like, I can't be motherly now, I don't have any breasts, or I can't be, I'm getting that. Like, I'm just getting this kind of like, no, that's all folks trying to trick you and fool you. Like, it's like, don't let them do that to you. Like, it's okay that you are who you are. Sisters, you know, something about my sisters. What will my sisters think? Because they really aren't really grateful. I said grateful, but I meant to say graceful. So you just may not have people around you that, like, can appreciate what you bring to the table. I don't know. You may play the viola, or Viola Davis is kind of coming through. Sweet thoughts and prosperity and compassion. Yeah, so like needing to have positive thoughts about yourself and compassion for yourself when you're surrounded by folks that are lying, that they don't, that, like, they're saying they can't say nothing nice, they're mad. Okay, it's not that. Like, it's like having compassion for yourself, because like there's disharmony. It's disharmony energy. Like, ugh. All this have come around of like, it's hard to be in touch with your intuition when you have everybody trying to pull at you and tell you, you know, what's right, what's wrong, what you're looking like they know you, right? Like, they know your life. So yeah, like, it's like, you knew what you were doing. You know who you want to be, okay? And it's like, sometimes when you have to switch it up for whatever reason, it's like, let that be that. Let that be that. Let yourself be you. Let yourself be you. And you don't have to suffer anymore. Like, you don't have to suffer of, like, you know, just surrender. I'm picking up like your ancestors are going to help you cleanse out that energy of like, well, what will they think? Or what would this person think? Or like, I wonder if they think that I'm feminine, or now they think I'm masculine, or, oh, well, I picked up that somebody thought that I was too masculine, or my shoulders were too broad. Or it's like, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Something about seasoned. Seasoned. Being seasoned, and that's why somebody cannot help you. It's like, you may be further on a path of development than you realize. And so it's like, somebody can't really, that might be the holding on to somebody like mommy energy of just kind of like, you're feeling like you need a motherly energy to like help you along, but you don't. You're actually like further along the path than you realize. And it's like, you actually don't really need, you need to just surrender all of those extra thoughts. And I heard pray that you're loved by pansies. I mean, so it's just like, maybe you need the wrong folk to you want people to fuck with you that don't, not realizing like everything that you have, everything that you need already. Pansy, I'm hearing Ponzi, honey. Ponzi scheme ass mother. Like, just, And you know what's really, really good for that? Silence. Silence is really, really good to help you clear out that extra energy of hearing other people's thoughts. You know, and maybe not particularly silence around you, but like you being silent. So I'm getting noise intimidation energy of like people, oh, she trying to be quiet, he trying to be quiet, let's make it loud on this bitch. You know, type shit. So it's like, it's for you to be silent. And I'm picking up, this has kind of turned into just all the energy that I'm getting here. How can, you're not blind. You're not blind. You're not blind. You're not blind. So it's like, I feel like you know what's going on. You're not blind. We are enchanted when the muses sing the art spirit into us. Prosperity depends more on wanting what you have than on having what you want. That describes it. Prosperity depends more on wanting what you already have than on having what you want. Right? That makes so much sense to me, of like, working with what you already have and like being grateful for that, seeing the power in that, seeing the beauty in that, and like liking that, wanting that for real, wanting that for real. Letting go, something enchantment, let go. Thinking about somebody saying you don't want to look like Sherry Shepherd or something. Somebody's just really so negative and like, you know, they need healing. But that's not you though. I mean, everyone needs it, right? Look, everybody needs it, but it's just kind of like, it's time for you to just love who you are. It's time for you to love who you are and like, let it go. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. And I'm thinking also, it's like with this creativity, like there's always going to be a time when you're starting that it may not be well received, or who you are may not be well received. And so, you know, this might be that time in your life, but it's like lean into not being loved. Lean into not being accepted. Lean into being like this. Lean into this. I can't really hear what you're talking about. Lean in. You know what I mean? Lean into being weird. Lean into being like, what's wrong with this person? Lean into that. Like, bloom through that. Like that almost. Sometimes I feel like when you like that, that's when folks hate it the most. When you're able to be like, you know, I like that. Are you mad? Why? Are you upset? Are you upset at me, what I'm bringing to the table? Why? Why? Yeah. And it might even be, let's just see what else. Let's just see what else is coming out. Like, I feel that lean into not being liked. Like, lean into that. Lean into the negativity. Lean into it. Like, that is really what makes, that's what can make or break you. Like, this is where I'm at. This is how folks feel. This is it. What are we going to do about it? You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay, so how else can group 3 connect deeper to their intuition? Peon pansy. Oh my God. Yeah, Don't be, let me see, resistance in reverse. Don't resist your progress. Share despite the fear and worry. Fears and phobias. Fears and phobias. Possibly even using fear and phobia as a way to block your progress is something that I'm getting, of like focusing on that. Like it's like when it's time for you to grow, you immediately think of the phobia. You don't have to like resist what you care about, even though folks may not agree, or yeah, like somebody, oh wow, yeah, let's see. Jealousy extended. Jealousy extended, I just heard. I want to actually look at the meow, something about a cat. Yeah, feeling some fear about, just feeling fear. Cat and a bird. Yeah. That's so interesting. I'm literally seeing this as like, I just see this energy of like somebody being pulled back by this energy, this childlike energy. This could even be immaturity. But I'm just seeing, it's interesting to me, or like childhood holding you back. Yeah. And I was kind of getting that with aging backwards, or your inner child kind of holding you back in some kind of way and having to deal with that. Yeah. So surrendering, this cat is really like, the way this little, it's just the way that it's looking is interesting to me. And then it's like, here we have the shadow side and then the light side here. It's kind of making me think Bastet energy, even though she's not out on the table, but she is in this deck. Imagination, fishes in the sea. Fishes in the sea, a shell, dragon. Year of the dragon is what we're in. Happy January 1st. I'm just seeing this dragon here. Yeah. Your inner child is like holding you back from your own prosperity. And so it's like when you're not loved, that makes your inner child feel away. And then that makes you feel like you have to stop. Don't. Be open. Like and it's like not saying open of like you have to share like your entire life and all of your most inner personal things. But it's like you really don't. Like it's like your inner child is holding you back from the beauty of like your adulthood even. While this cat like stares. or wants to make you feel. It's interesting. It's interesting. There's such negative ass energy around. Look at this, and then I'm seeing this at the having to have like grace for having to have it's just like grace is required. Grace is really going to be required. It's like sometimes connecting to your intuition, or like, I'm just seeing this of like being in the house of God type energy when all this darkness is surrounding you, of like, that's what's going to keep you safe. Wow. Pray you love pansies. Remember. Pray you love pansies. Remember. Isn't that interesting? Like, this is just what I'm seeing. Don't anticipate some kind of creativity here. Surrendering a past part of yourself and accepting it's like this, there's a balance here, and then I'll close out. I went a little bit over for you, but I'm feeling either you think like being confused about the parts of your inner child that's actually holding you back, and then the parts of your inner child that like is going to be there forever, because I'm seeing pleasure here and then miracles in reverse. Like, it's like there's a certain, you may feel like there's a certain kind of pleasure you're missing out on. It's not going to bring you any miracles. It's just not, you know. Sometimes I think, like, I don't know, I think I'm feeling like an energy of sex here, or like an idea that sex is gonna bring you back to life, and like, it's not. It's just not, you know. It's not gonna change your life in the way you think it's gonna change your life. But then there's also a balance of folks kind of trying to step over your boundaries. Like, it's like someone doesn't want you to be in that shadow energy, so then it's like, I need to be pure. Then somebody wants you to be in that shadow energy so they can take advantage of it, and you won't get any real joy out of that. So like, understanding where you stand with that. And stay inspired and keep those sweet positive thoughts, and knowing that prosperity is available to you. And see how it's like somebody trying to put like this barbed wire around the prosperity here. And it's like, don't anticipate that. Don't anticipate it, even though your intuition may be keying you in on somebody's intentions. It's like, you see what I'm saying? It's a real balance. So I'm feeling like it's balance for you, of knowing what to surrender and knowing what to hold on to. Somebody's saying like, I'm hurt, you're not going to be glad about what you created. And I think it's like, I just think, I don't know, yeah, it's like, this, get some of this, get some of this, get some of this. It's like the enemy is not gonna win today. The enemy isn't gonna win today, but it's about how you keep, it's about how you hold, like, it's about how you think about things and what you allow into your life and what you don't. So it's like, you know, you don't have to, I don't know, it's just like, oh God. Folks are really saging the lack of integrity within your career. So I don't know, I'm just picking up, it's like folks are trying to confuse, like, abuse. Something about, I don't know, women having breasts. Women are made to have breasts so that they can birth these babies type shit. See what I'm saying? Clear it out. Sage it out. You know what I'm saying? Liked or not liked. Like, liked or not liked. Magic. Something about magic too. Yeah. So that's where I'm gonna end it. That's where I'm gonna end it for you. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I'm picking up just like very tricky energy, or like someone really trying to say what you're allowed to do, or like what you're allowed to do. I don't know. It's like this energy is so like, and I don't know. Definitely use Seven Sisters. You know, I've been picking up, I'll say this, something about somebody wanting to, this is like a dark note, but I feel like it's like somebody needs to be aware of like protecting you. Like there are some men that have this intention, or there are some people have an intention of trying to like take out 7 people. That's why I got 7 people. 7 people. That's literally what I picked up. Take out 7 people. Burning the roots of a tree, trying to destroy 7 people's roots. Yeah, I got that 7 people. So, somebody's saying, I'm also getting like, oh, I don't know. See, like I'm a fight the power kind of person. I don't like this energy. I just don't like what I'm getting here. I don't really love what I'm getting here. But I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not feeling it. And so yeah, or even somebody wanting, I don't know, like if you, something about breasts, and I feel like this is even more of just calling somebody out of like somebody wants somebody to get pregnant so that their breasts will grow back type energy, when they really need to just kind of like keep their opinions to themselves type energy. I don't know. That's this whole thing with a baby, or like need to take care of a baby, or like, I don't know. I don't know. Anything else, Spirit, that I can close this out? Explore in reverse. So maybe needing to go and find some information. Trust your imagination to help you journey through your inner landscape to find what you seek. This is giving doctor energy to me. You might need to go. But then I'm getting landscape of like rough landscape that you seek, explore in reverse. So something, needing to surrender something, needing to surrender something. This idea of like no one is going to anticipate your creativity if you continue doing what you're doing. People only want to hear sweet thoughts, prosperity, and compassion. I don't know. See, but then it's like the women that I think of have never done that, or have never been that, or have never had to be that. And like, it doesn't always really work in their favor to be that way. Does that make sense? Like, it's like it doesn't always work. It's like, does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, it's like when I think of the women that I have seen that have inspired me, okay? Really something about a tree. But I'm just getting something about trees, tree. But I'm just really getting that of kind of like somebody, I don't know, somebody needing you to play small in every way, or people not liking your morals, or I don't know. I just feel like the way that I have seen things is like I've always liked a little bit of pushback from what's expected, right? Like that's how I am. I've always liked that, right? And I feel like I'm very Aries, very hard-headed in that way of kind of like, you're really not gonna tell me shit. And that when it works out, it works out. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, that's how I am. I like to push a boundary. But I am, I do. I genuinely do. And it's like that can be, that can work in your favor. That can sometimes force you to learn lessons you didn't want to learn. But I love a little bit of pushing the boundaries, a little bit of Aquarius energy, a little bit of like a new thought, a new idea. And that sometimes it's like the spaces that people are expecting you to be in doesn't always fit who you are, right? And it's like in the moment, it may not seem playing it safe, needing somebody needing you to play it safe, or thinking you're better if you play it safe. And like, I don't know. It can go both ways. That's what I'm saying. Like there will be cases where it's like you playing it safe is good. You playing it safe allows you to do something that's needed. And then in some cases, it's like, I'm thinking about the future when folks look back. When folks look back, it's like, that was my bitch. That was my person. That was the person that inspired me to be different, right? And so I think it's just like there's something that you'll have to kind of balance and teeter in between for yourself. Um, yeah. Collaboration, no originality, cycles, perfectionism, nurturing. No one's gonna, nurturing your space, accomplishment, collaboration, cycles, procrastination. Yeah. It's a lot going on out here. Hold on. It's a lot going on out here. It's a lot going on out here. All right. So I hope that this gave you what you needed. Gave you something to think about. I hope I didn't really end it on like a sour note, but it's like there's something here where it's kind of like, you gotta know that, I don't know, you have to know the difference. You have to know the difference. Yeah, you have to know the difference for that. And that if anything, it's kind of like, know that there may be an avenue that you were hoping for, though, that isn't available. So it's like, I don't know, like, I feel like there may be a path that you're like imagining that isn't gonna exactly bring you what you thought it was gonna bring you. And so that's disappointing. And I'm feeling like somebody thinks that they hold the power in their hands. And I feel like that's where the fight comes in. That's where I love a good fight too. See, like I have issues I have to work through with that. I have issues I have to work through with that. I really do. Because it's like, for me, it's like a word. Like I'm just like, okay. Like it's like life has already pushed me in a direction to feel like, oh, you're Mr. Big Man in this situation. Oh, you know what I mean? And like, I don't know. Even when I can't always see clearly everything that's happening, but it's like my ego is like, oh, word? Oh, like you're gonna tell me what to do? And that is, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it comes at a price. And so you just have to be wise about how you maneuver that energy if you are in that type of energy too. So that's all. That's all, group 3. Hope it helped. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.